realistically, how easy or how difficult is it going to be to reopen places of worship?
Easy. When you actually have your abacus out and you're trying to figure out how many people you're going to be able to put in church, it's first. I thank the governor for his guidance. It's very vague, but at the same time, it is also extremely difficult. So at St. Mary's, we did some quick mathematics. It's 650 here, it's 500 at Sacred Heart, and 450 at St. Mark. I can only have 220 people in this church at any given time. And now I'm being told if people don't make a reservation, if people don't come in on time, whatever, I don't even know. We don't know how we're going to do what we're supposed to do because we really haven't been given the guidance that we need. But to say to someone, nope, sorry, you don't have a reservation. Do you want it by the organ or the baptismal font? We should not have been, and I know that some of my brother priests would and will and do disagree with me. We should not have been in phase one because logistically, this is a nightmare. It's very difficult for us. Who's the first person who's going to come into church? The one who's over 80. The one who's most vulnerable. And I don't want that person to be susceptible to any type of exposure. I want people to be safe. I said on Monday on WJAR, I'm the pastor. I'm the shepherd. I'm not supposed to be bringing people to the wolf. I'm supposed to be keeping them safe. And this vagueness has just given us really the opportunity to think and say, wait a minute, how do we do that? And I don't know.
One aspect that is unique to the Catholic faith is the receiving of the Eucharist during Mass. Did I read that that's okay if they're prepackaged or something to that effect?
Well, I'm sorry. So here we are in the chapel, and I cannot put 220 plastic bags, and it doesn't work that way. As Catholics, Peter, as you leave, am I going to give you a little cotton swab of chrism and you can go confirm somebody? No, it doesn't. That's not who we are. We are a physical people. Our sacramentality is livable. I mean, it's alive. And when I ever read that, unfortunately, I read the leaked version on Sunday, and I just laughed. I'm not going to put hosts in a plastic bag and say, okay, it's consecrated. Here you go. Take it and go. Father Jack Schrader and I have been talking about how we can potentially distribute communion. We actually have thought about kind of like doing something a little different, and again, not set in stone, but potentially maybe we will self-communicate, do the final prayer, and then the two of us will go to the main entrance of the church, and as people leave, give them Holy Communion. I'm not going to dumb down the sacraments. I refuse to do that. And I just can't do it. It's too stressful already. And they've just added a whole nother level. And I've already received the phone calls and the emails and, people, when are we going to go back to church? I mean, somebody sent me the governor's checklist, and I said, I actually had to delete it because I was getting so stressed out. I already had seen it. And yes, technically we can open this weekend, but realistically we cannot. My role, my job, if you will, I don't have a job, but my role is to protect my people. And I'm going to do everything I can to protect them. And I'm not going to dumb down the sacraments. I'm not going to dumb down the sacramental life of the church. Our Catholics, our people deserve better than what is being proposed. And to put things in plastic bags dumbs down everything. And yeah.
And another unique aspect to the Catholic Church is multiple masses in the same church on a weekend. A number of faiths have the one service. Well, it's easy to clean the church and sanitize it for the following week, but how do you do it when masses are a couple of hours apart?
Well, we're not going to. I can already tell you that. Obviously, I have 3 distinct worship sites. I can't. If Governor Baker wants to have a gradual, 4-phase, approach to reopening the state until he gets to the new normal, stage 4, phase 4, we're going to have to do this very prudently. And Father Schrader and I have discussed this. And again, nothing is set in stone, but we're going to have to do some sort of tempered, approach to this where we have one Mass on a weekend for the time being. And yeah, maybe you take reservations. Maybe it's show up and, camp out overnight. I don't know. It is what it is, but it's unrealistic to think that we're just going to be able to have Mass at all of our churches starting this weekend. It's not going to happen. We have to learn how to go to church again. That's the reality. We have to learn how to go to church again. And I'm almost 20 years ordained a priest, and now I have to relearn how to go to church. And we should have been in stage 3.
Jesus preached to his people outside in fields. Is that a possibility?
It is. I mean, if somebody with deep pockets wants to give me a nice PA system, yeah, sure, absolutely. I can't see investing in something that's going to be short term, or I don't know how long. I don't know, honestly. I have a wonderful parking lot that I could set up and people could stay in their cars, but it's an expense. I'm open to any idea. Anything that can work will work. We just have to. This has just been thrust upon us. And that's the most difficult part of all of this. We don't know. And the phone has not stopped ringing. What time is Mass on Sunday? What time is Mass on Sunday? There, you can go online, go to Facebook, Transfiguration of the Lord Parish, and you'll find Mass, absolutely. That's the great thing. The people who get it are plugged in. They are with us. They're either on Facebook, on our parish website, on YouTube. They're plugged in, and they're telling us, and this is what is reaffirming, if you will. I know that people aren't necessarily rushing to come back. As I said the other night, I mean, windows are going to be open, and hopefully there's going to be a nice breeze all through the summer. No air conditioning. So if you think you're going to St. Mark's, forget it. No air conditioning. It's just, it's a challenge, Peter. It's a challenge. And it's not something that we really are prepared to do right now. We will do something. But our online presence is certainly yielding something of great consequence. And that's wonderful. Who's going to show up? It's not the one who comes every 9:30 Mass. Or the 4 o'clock Mass, or the 11 o'clock, or the whatever. It's going to be the person who wants to see what's different. Somebody who hasn't been to church in years, and that's not healthy either. This is not like, let's see how nosy I can be. Your faith isn't, my faith isn't, how can I see what's going on? And as I said to you earlier, somebody's going to cough in church and, oh my goodness, I'm going to get COVID. I don't want that. That's not prayerful. That's pointless.